So I came across a clip of a black man sitting in his car screaming, talking about he hates black people. More specifically, he hates ninjas. He probably has to be the definition of angry black man, but I digress. Ninjas, but not in those exact words. Screaming. And then I found another clip of a black man that said he's beyond black fatigue. He is black exhausted, whatever that means. But see, here's what the math ain't mathing for me. You can't be exhausted by something you're actively seeking out. That's not exhaustion. That's obsession with the new name. But today, we're gonna break it down because I don't think these people have black fatigue. I think they've got a mirror problem and they're pointing at it in the wrong direction. But before we dive into it, show the channel some love, hit that like button, hit that sub, hype this video up, cue the clip.
This that raymundoreacts, huh? Y'all came in for the laughs, huh? You did. Stay for the commentary cause it makes sense, huh? Real talk.
That boy is good.
No, we don't hate our own kind, we just hate niggas. So don't confuse me with every black person you see. I don't like niggas. They about to fuck the whole summer up. Look at these kids. Look what they wearing to school. Where the is these parents at? I don't give a fuck who got something to say about this. These kids is about to fuck this summer up. Every mall in America about to be up. It's no parents being held accountable. People talking about we going to war. Donald Trump need to see about this shit. These parents out here is worthless. These kids out here running around like they grown. The teachers is scared to teach them at school. These little girls is dressing like prostitutes coming to school. We hate niggas. They're about to destroy this summer. This summer is about to be destroyed. I don't care what nobody feel about this. Watch what I tell you.
So how's this some nigga shit when every community is doing it? Is it because it got a nice name, it got a nice ring to it? Because what he's describing is in every community, not just the black community. Maybe it might be better described as some cracker shit or maybe some wetback shit. I truly apologize if my words offended you, making that point. Now, don't I sound so ignorant with such a judgmental statement? But if you really want to talk about some nigga shit, old buddy out here cursing like a sailor. And you know they say cursing is a sign of low intelligence. But I'm not gonna label or judge this man. It's okay. I understand he's passionate about his people. But understand everything ain't to your control, even though we would like to think so. Control your family dynamic and you've done your job. Be the example and live your best life. But what do I know?
I'm gonna say something, I don't give a damn who don't like it, especially you blacks.
Boy, here we go.
This isn't black fatigue, this is black exhaustion. Because like I said before, everywhere you go, you manage to run it down, tear it up, and people don't want you there. Ruth Chris Steakhouse, high-end steakhouse, create a commotion. Cruise, you know the story with that. And any place else you go, this Houston spot. You're half-ass naked, end up fighting. Daytona Beach. I'm going on with this. I got it on record. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. If it was left to me, I wouldn't put you out on an open plain because the wild animals may eat you and you poison them. And one last thing, an old man once told me, if you shot a nigga to the moon, if he don't tear something up, he'll steal it.
I had a black ex-coworker that hated his blackness so much that his own daddy said, "You know you black, right?" And I feel like that's fitting here because you know you black, right?
Hell yes.
I'm willing to bet anything that the people you caping for don't see you any different than the stereotypes you just mentioned. So you can coon for acceptance by the less melanated, but in their eyes, you always gonna be a ninja. But I bet you want them to judge you on your character and give you grace. Unlike you're willing to do because you're quote unquote exhausted.
Black fatigue is a real thing and people are finally starting to wake up to the degeneracy of Black America.
Shut your bitch ass up!
See, in Black America, it is promoted and is actually popular to be a rapper, to be entertainment, and people strive to be this on a day-to-day basis. They go on the internet, they do kid pop the balloon, they do all this bullshit that does not benefit humanity as a whole or the black community. And you have people like myself and other people from other races looking at you crooked. See, I've been talking about this for a while, and growing up, I was always told, you don't have to be 10 times better than everybody. You have to be 100 times better than the next person and prove to that person that you are not like everybody else. Like Kendrick said, you not like us, they not like... No. They are really not like us. And yes, obviously there's a difference between black people and ninjas, but that's only 5% of people who are actually striving out here to change the narrative or to change their lives for the better. The rest of the 95% has been cursed by God. So are people right to be tired and fed up with black people? Absolutely, 100%. And coming from a black guy, if I was white, if I was Latino, if I was somebody else that wanted to protect my family, it would be irresponsible of me to move them around a bunch of black people. Why? Because we know, based on statistics, 52% of the homicides are committed by black people, but black people are only 13% of the population.
I hate when people throw out these Charlie Kirk facts like it's gospel, knowing damn well it's not the truth because it's based off of arrest data and not the actual rate of crime. It doesn't account for white suspects that may be guilty, but at the same time, some law enforcement are heavily patrolling black areas where they know minorities may have a harder time making bail. And put your seatbelt on, old degenerate ass. And I bet he cut all his hair off so he would appear less threatening for master.
You're goddamn right I did!
Live within a white supremacist infrastructure and status quo that seeks to reinforce white supremacy as a truth. Therefore, anything inherently black is too ghetto, is too loud, is too mean, too aggressive, too shaking the table, too aggressive, too destabilizing. Black existence alone in all of its forms and all of its expressions of culture and physical manifestation are too much. So I really want to encourage us that anytime we get to looking at another black human and saying, you are too loud, you are too ghetto, you are too unruly, you are too anything, it is always a mirror and an invitation to commune with the parts of us that have been domesticated, brainwashed, diluted, and watered down. That's what Spirit had to say.
Stop using the term black fatigue as a way to say you're tired of black people. Black fatigue is a term coined by Mary Frances Winters in 2020 used to describe black people who experience psychological and physical problems caused by various factors, including systemic racism. But to put it simply, it's the exhaustion of microaggressions and disrespect that black people have to deal with every single day. Now it's being used in a derogatory way to just basically say, oh, we're tired of black people. This is obviously a misinterpretation of the phrase, but I feel like it's not spoken about enough the way that it's being used in schools and just in the media today. It creates the idea that one person or one group of people's actions are indicative of an entire race. It creates casual racism. Like, I feel like the reason that the term black fatigue has blown up so much is because it can be so easily disguised as a joke. For instance, if a black person was to get into a fight, it's no longer just a person in a fight. Now it's black fatigue. Or when there's black people being loud on a bus, it's no longer just people being loud on a bus. It's black fatigue. This is so harmful, guys. Like, are we not seeing this? People use the term on their perception of certain behaviors that they only assign to black people, which is harmful, especially in schools and on young people, because it isolates us by grouping things everybody does or has done into only being wrong when a black person does it. The reinvented meaning of black fatigue and how it's being used against black people is exactly what Mary Frances Winters meant by it in the first place.
Black fatigue isn't a real thing. It's an excuse to blame black people for being black, for being themselves, simply existing. We are their inspiration and they hate to admit it. And it's sad seeing melanated people with so much self-hate. Just ignore it. It's that simple. Everything in life doesn't need your approval to exist. Just like a movie or a song that you have no interest in, what do? You ignore it. Your friend group doesn't have to include everyone, and that's perfectly fine. Everyone has a different story. And maybe if those that had a lot were more balanced with those that didn't have any, we might have a different outcome. Not to mention how 400 years gave some a head start and still they kept the foot on our throats. But I digress. But maybe that's just me. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Till next time, if you enjoyed the content, Hit that subscribe button to the right and to the left, more dope content. Until next time, I'm out.
This that Raymundo reacts, huh? Y'all came in for the laughs, huh? You did. Stay for the commentary cause it makes sense, huh? Real talk.
That boy is good.